My son looked me straight in the eyes and said, "If you hate living with us so much, then leave." No anger, no shouting, just cold confidence. I stood there holding a grocery bag I had paid for, in a house I helped buy, listening to my own child dismiss me like an unwanted guest. So I nodded. I left, and that night, I quietly stopped paying their $9,300 worth of bills. They laughed when I packed my things. They didn't laugh when the lights went out. I wasn't always the problem. I was the mother who skipped meals so my son could eat. The woman who worked double shifts came home exhausted and still sat on the floor helping with homework. When he got married, they said, "Mom, move in with us. We'll take care of you." I sold my small apartment, put the money into their house, paid the down payment, covered utilities, groceries, insurance, car payments, phones. Every month, $9,300 left my account, and I told myself, this is what love looks like. It didn't happen all at once. It started with jokes. "Mom, you're old-fashioned. Mom, don't touch that. Mom, you wouldn't understand." Then rules appeared. Don't sit in the living room when guests come. Don't talk during dinner unless asked. Don't discipline the kids, and you're not the parent. I became invisible in a house my money kept alive. Still, I stayed quiet. Because mothers are taught that silence is sacrifice. One night at dinner, I gently said, "The electricity bill seems high this month." My daughter-in-law laughed. My son sighed like I was embarrassing him. Then he said it. "If you hate living with us so much, leave." The table went silent. No one defended me, not my son, not my grandchildren. I felt something break, not my heart, my loyalty. I didn't argue. I went to my room, packed 2 bags, folded clothes with shaking hands. As I walked out, my son said, "You'll calm down and come back." He didn't know I had already made a decision. That night, sitting in a small rented room, I logged into my bank account, and I stopped everything. Electricity, water, internet, mortgage contribution, car payments, credit cards, total $9,300 a month. I slept better than I had in years. 3 days later, my phone rang. "Mom, the electricity was cut." "Mom, the water company is calling." "Mom, the bank sent a warning." No apology, just panic. I said calmly, "You told me to leave, so I did." Silence. Then the anger came. "You're ruining our lives. You're selfish. You owe us." I laughed softly. "Owe you? I gave you 20 years of my life and my savings." They hung up on me. A week later, the car was repossessed. Late notices stacked up. Friends stopped visiting. That house they were so proud of, it was never really theirs. My son showed up at my door, unshaven, exhausted, smaller than I remembered. He knelt, not out of love, out of fear. "I didn't mean it like that, Mom." She didn't mean it. We were stressed. I looked at him and said, "You didn't mean to hurt me. You just didn't care if you did." I didn't yell. I didn't insult him. I said, "I will help again, but never as a doormat. New rules, legal agreements, respect or nothing. No more blind sacrifice." They learned something that day. Love is not automatic funding. A mother is not a bank, and disrespect has a price. As for me, I bought my own small place. I travel. I sleep peacefully. After that day, everything changed. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly. My son stopped calling every day, not because he was busy, but because he no longer knew what to say. The house that once felt powerful without me now felt empty with them inside it. Bills were paid late. Smiles disappeared. Arguments filled the rooms where laughter used to live. For the first time in his life, my son had to explain to his wife what it feels like to be afraid of the future. And for the first time in mine, I woke up without anxiety. No insults, no walking on eggshells, no being treated like a burden in a home I paid for. The silence didn't hurt me. It healed me. Months later, my son came again. This time, no excuses, no anger, no demands, just tears. "I didn't know how much you were carrying," he whispered. "I thought you'd always be there, no matter how we treated you." That's when I understood something painful. They don't realize your value. While you're saving them, they realize it. Only when you stop. I didn't take my money back. I didn't move in again. But I forgave, went from a distance. Because love doesn't mean losing yourself, and respect should never come. After humiliation, he told me to leave. I didn't become cold. I became clear about what love is and what it is not. Love is support, yes, but never at the cost of dignity. I watched from a distance as my son rebuilt his life the hard way. Extra hours, arguments, real responsibility, no shortcuts, no safety net. And strangely, that struggle made him stronger than my money ever did. One evening he called and said, "Mama, I finally understand." Not please help, not I need money, just understanding. I smiled, not because I won, but because the lesson finally landed. Today I live simply, peacefully, without fear of being told to leave. And my son? He learned something the world teaches too late. The people who carry you silently are the ones you miss the loudest when they stop. So if you're listening to this and someone tells you to leave, leave with dignity. Take your worth with you, because sometimes the greatest justice is choosing yourself and letting them live with the echo of what they lost. So I did. And in losing my support, they finally learned what it costs to break a mother's heart.